Good
Good
morning.
morning.
How's everybody doing? How are you, Erin?
It's a beautiful day. I'm loving life.
Heck yes, I'm loving the yellow. It's like rise and shine. I was telling you, it's just a ray of sunshine.
I look like I got
To,
peed on. This is what I feel like,
I
but
mean,
I'm glad you see me as a
it,
ray of sunshine.
I mean, it balances out my Wednesday Addams vibes, like black every day, darkness. It's nice to have some color.
It's
How's
been,
the beginning of your week been?
um, it's been good. Yesterday was fun at the salon. I was so inspired to get back at work because I feel like it was a lot of we did a lot this weekend with the kids and we just had a lot of
Yeah.
scheduled stuff. So I was like, work kind of gives me a break and just like lets me relax with my girlfriends. So it was kind of nice. Um,
Yes, awesome.
yeah, I've seen a lot of clients I haven't seen in a while, so it was just nice just to be with girlfriends, I guess.
You know what I've noticed? I think it's slowly staying lighter, just a
It
little
is.
bit later
Yeah.
every day.
Yep.
And that's going to be one of my wins this week. Like it's so nice to when I'm leaving the office, it's still somewhat light outside.
And the sunsets have been
I just love
so
it.
pretty.
Love it. It's yeah, we live in the perfect. I mean, the weather's been perfect. The sun feels amazing on my walks. It was actually even a little hot on
Yeah.
yesterday. What did you say? Wednesday? Yesterday? It was a little hot yesterday, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's still no complaints. It's
It's
been
gonna
perfect.
drop 10 degrees next week though.
Okay, well, that's a downer.
Look
So,
at it's your
I hope
Disney.
everybody has a great day now that I'm depressed. Oh, well, I'm going to Disneyland today.
Oh, today?
Yeah, tonight. Well, tonight. Sorry,
For
tonight I'm
what?
gonna go. We're just gonna go have dinner. My mom, myself, Alyssa, and David.
I love
Yeah, I'm so
that.
excited.
Oh,
And
that's a
so
great
I'm gonna.
look, something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I am so excited. And I'm actually going to save my Peloton walk
And do it there.
because when, yes, because when we go, they go on rides. And so I'll have my headphones in and I'll walk the park and then we'll meet up and like, yeah.
Really? That's
So
so
I'm so
smart.
excited. So
Oh,
excited. So
wow.
I'll do some video for a reel. I'm so
Good.
excited.
I love that.
So yeah, when we booked it, I was like something to look forward to. Not that
Yeah.
I look forward to plenty stuff, but this I'm so excited
Yeah,
to
that's
go
like I mean
and
that's
just
a
walk
what
around.
is today? Wednesday?
Wednesday, I know. It's like what day?
Like who how blessed are we that after work you're just gonna go to
Oh no, trust
Disneyland?
me. Trust me. I constantly am like just in awe of
Hey, if it's
how
there, you might as
blessed,
well use it.
how
Yeah.
grateful.
It's all
So
your
yeah, I'm
Disney
so
your
excited.
your like peaceful place is Disneyland and I'm at the beach.
I'm telling
I'm
you,
all I don't want
yes, like
anybody near me.
I
Girl,
want
give
to
me a
like
crowd.
smell that popcorn. Yeah, I want to smell the popcorn on Main Street.
See,
I want to just see
you
like it
know,
just yeah.
when you put it like that, it does sound a lot more appealing. I'm just like, my kids are older now, so it would probably be nice to go if I didn't have to run after kids. I think when they're
Right.
so little, it's like your nerves
Oh.
are shot by the end of the
Oh
day because you
yeah.
don't want to lose a kid.
Drained.
So it's like,
Yes.
um, it might be a different experience now.
Oh, it would absolutely and all the rides. Um yeah, you really should think about,
I've
like
never gone
going
without a
because
kid, and
sometimes
I've never not had a toddler with me.
well, Costco, I think sometimes even Disneyland they do a deal for SoCal residents and it's like 3 days. You get 3 days and I think it like ends up being like 60 a day, but it's
Yeah,
not
my
back to
client just did
back.
that.
You
Yeah,
can you can like stretch them out. So
yeah.
because I recommend 2 days at Disney if you do it, like 2 of your days at Disneyland because there's so much, and then a day at California Adventure. And
Maybe
California
I'll do
Adventure
that
is
with
my
the
favorite.
kids.
It's so chill.
They haven't gone
Yeah,
in forever.
definitely look into that. So we're gonna go for dinner. I'm gonna definitely look into and plan ahead because, like I mentioned, you guys, I'm gonna be honest. I have not been doing well with my eating the beginning of this week. I haven't didn't even plan my lunch. I went to Subway yesterday. I made a healthy choice at Subway, but I've been snacking. And I have to be better prepared. So, I
Why do you
mean, I
think you're
caught it
doing that?
midweek. I think it could be stress, but also not being prepared. So I'm just getting what, like,
Oh.
if somebody at work has snacks,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, oh man, you know what? I'm in this,
I'm
I'm
dying.
working
Just
on
give me
this. I
some.
don't want to
Yeah.
leave. I just get, yeah, let me just
Yeah.
have those
Put it in
freaking
you.
Pringles, or let me have, So this morning I have all my stuff. I went shopping. So I'm going to take that time and just pack my snacks
Good.
because I know at Disneyland, I'm going to, I really want to have a good dinner again, but plan ahead and see what I'm
Listen,
going to have.
you have to forgive yourself
Yeah,
for having those type of days
yes,
and just
you're
keep
right.
moving forward with the plan. Though that is
Mm-hmm.
reality. Like last week, remember I was like, "Oh, I haven't been working out. I didn't
Yep.
do 5 days of a workout." Well, after I said that, what day did we film? I think a Friday, maybe Thursday. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever day that
Yes.
was, it was Friday, right? Yeah, whatever
Mm-hmm.
day that was. I remember the night before I did like light lifting just to get my body moving for 40 minutes, right?
Right.
And I didn't feel like I got a good workout. So that Friday, I was like, I'm going to go do an F45. So I did that night. I did an evening workout. Saturday morning, did a workout. Sunday morning. And then I looked at my log and I'm like, I worked out 5 days this week. Why did I feel
Yeah.
like I didn't do
Back in
anything?
the,
You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I had to restructure my brain of like, yeah, you did something. Just relax. It's okay to have like these
Right. You're
days that you
right.
just don't feel accomplished with it.
You're right. Thank you, Aaron.
Yeah,
Now
no,
I
you're
do
doing
feel
fine,
it
Raylene.
though. But I could feel like my body with, oh, that junk food's not really sitting right. So
Yeah. Isn't it funny when you
let's
give
get
it
back
up
on,
for a while?
yeah, let's get back on track because
Yeah.
I'm not feeling so hot.
Right. Right.
But yeah, all right.
Good
Well,
job.
should we get into our discussion?
Let's do it. Yeah. This is a good one.
Okay, I know I'm excited. It's going to be how being a perfectionist can stall you before you start.
I've seen so many
So
people do this
when
in their lives, by the way.
I mean, most recently, I thought of the podcast
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
when this was brought up when we were going to do the podcast, and I remember our text messages, discussions on, okay, wait, do we need this before we do it? Let's make sure we understand this. And Aaron was like, no, let's just do it. Let's just record.
Just go.
Let's
Just
let's
go.
do it. Let's figure it out. Let's do. And I think that worked best. And your consistency on let's record
Do it
as
every day.
often as we can,
Mm-hmm.
because it'll stay like second nature and become a
Mm-hmm.
rhythm, and
Mm-hmm.
editing. But yeah, the podcast for sure. And I can totally hear you saying, nope, let's just meet up. What day works?
Yeah.
All right, let's just film. How do we do this? Okay, like let's just do it. No, basically no
You
excuses. Let's
can't have
just,
an excuse.
let's jump in the water and start kicking.
Yep.
Like we will
That's
figure it
exactly
out.
right. Yes. Yes. And it's hard to do because, especially if you are making a transition in your life and you're like putting yourself out there for the first time, where all of the thoughts in your head, don't think we don't think about these
Hmm.
things. But I mean, I really don't. I've learned how to mute them a lot in my life because I chose to get into an industry that's like art related. So it's kind of like you're setting yourself up for people to give you bad feedback. But there's a way you can handle feedback. You can deal with feedback in a positive way or a negative way. Like you could see it as a failure or you can see it as like feedback to learn to get better. Um,
Yeah.
but when you're starting something, you have this like intense feeling of like everybody's going to notice all the bad things. And I'm just like, no, people are pleasantly excited to see what you guys are up to. They're excited to see, look at there's Raylene and Aaron, like there's going to be more of that there, and there is going to be like, oh my, there's going to be people that judge us. I don't give a crap though. Like, and I remember us
Right.
discussing that of like, we're just going to put it out there. It's probably not going to be pretty, but you know what? We're going to figure it out. The way you
Yeah.
become, because yeah, people think you have to be perfect in order to get better, but it's almost the opposite. You just have to start and then perfect it as you get better. You know what I mean? It's like,
Right.
because perfectionism, I read this in a book one time and it said perfectionism is a fancy word, is procrastination in a fancy suit. And I remember that, and I remember thinking, some people that are perfectionists don't really try. They almost like take the less risky route. And it's like, if
Yeah.
everything adds up, then I'll do it. But if I have to put myself out there and possibly fail, or people mock me for it, or tell me I'm not good at it, it's like that fear of rejection, at the end of it. And I'm just like, I've always been one of those people like, I'm gonna try it and see what happens, because what's the worst that's gonna happen? I just quit. And I'm like, I just don't have a quitter's mentality, so to me, I'm like,
Yeah.
if it's up to me, I ain't stopping. You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah, you pointed on your pointing or your all the points that you're making are on number 1, the perfect plan trap. So what it says is, how does over planning delay action? It was, okay, let's meet and talk about and this could be anything, you guys. Like, I'm just
anything.
my
You will
mind's going
stay
to
in
either
that
my
phase
pod. Yeah.
forever. The
Yes.
preparation phase.
How does over planning delay action? When does preparation turn into avoidance?
Hmm.
And have you ever waited for the right time? I'm doing quotes, the right
Yeah.
time that never came.
It will never
Aaron,
come.
I'm also going to my 75 hard. This is like, as I'm reading this, it is, you're talking to me? Are you talking to me? Like, I feel totally like, hello. So, yes, because it's all, yeah, I'm going to do it. But when the weather's a little bit warmer and I
Yeah.
can work, it can be, I can say that like for everything, for everything.
That's what I'm saying. I hope people can listen to this and
It's
start
like,
popping into their head like how many things they started and was in preparation, like the preparation phase, and never
hmm hmm yeah.
jump started it. Yeah,
You know how many new notebooks I've got for like my journaling and for all this, and now I use like my Weight Watchers app, or how many,
literally.
like everything this can fit. Number 2 is fear disguised as high standards. So
Mm,
some bullet points is perfectionism. Oh, is perfectionism about excellence or fear or failure?
it is fear of
Wow.
failure. Because this is
Yeah.
the thing. People
Wow.
that are if you can have, and I've taught this to every assistant, everybody I've ever known, like really in the hair industry, is like, you have to stay in the like in a beginner's mentality. Okay. Everybody has to be a beginner in their industry at some point. Okay. That's how you start. So people will take that as like, oh my God, I'm just not good enough as the rest. But I'm also like, hold on. You're also comparing yourself to people. When you walk into a salon, you're comparing yourself to people that have 20 years experience. you
hmm
gotta you gotta you gotta humble yourself a little bit. Okay, you're not there yet, and
Yeah.
it's just time. You're going to learn things over time. When you just come out of beauty school and you
Right.
just become an assistant and you just get all these things done, yeah, you get inspired and you're excited to start, but it's also like you still have to have a learner's mentality. If you can keep
hmm
with a learning mentality throughout your whole career, you will never cap off. Those that think that, oh, I've
Yes.
already done it for 20 years and I don't need to learn anything more, like, you're going to stay ignorant to learning new things?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, like my career right now is the whole AI technology, how it's
mm,
advanced, how we're learning it to support our roles. But yeah, just being open and always, no matter what stage of my career or my health or personal journey, I am always open to feedback because you you can continuously learn. You know what? Think I didn't even know that. You know what? Now I know for next time. And this
right.
is
Exact.
it's
Every
good that this
time
happened.
I can be doing the same person's hair for 20 years. Every time. And I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, how did that one work out? How did that, how did that work
Right.
out? Like, I don't know. I'm still asking
Yes.
if I,
Yeah.
if they want to, because I like change. And so usually we talk about it, and my friend Duval talked about it too one time. He's like, before I let them leave my chair, he's like, I get them excited. He's like, you know what we're going to do next time? We're going to do this. And so it gets them excited for the next, to look forward to the next appointment. Like, okay, I'm
Yes. I
always
love, yeah,
evolving.
that's
We're
awesome.
always going to try something new?
Yep. Yeah. Love that.
But yeah, I think
Another
that
bullet. Oh,
there
sorry.
was, you keep going because I want to hear what else
Oh
the
yeah,
notes had
because
to
there.
say.
Yeah, so I'm still on number 2, like the fear disguised as high standards. There was how does fear of judgment affect starting new projects? Like that,
Right.
like who's going to be watching me? Who's going to say I did something wrong? Are they going to point out this part? That's okay. Again, it's totally okay. I know I'm saying it from my perspective, and it does take a little bit of changing your mindset and being open and accepting. Um, but it is okay
Well,
for
and
some
we
for
talked about
people
this
to
with Heather
point
this
stuff out.
weekend. Like
Yeah.
Heather did a meditation for us. I thought it was great.
Mhm.
Everybody else there thought it was great. Um,
Mhm.
and I was like, "Hey, let's do another one," you know? And she she like freezes, and I could tell her energy was different when she walked up, and I was like, "What? Like, why are you
Oh
in a
yeah.
bad mood? Like, what's
Yeah.
going on?" And it's just, and I know her well enough that I'm like,
Her
"Oh, she's in
nerves.
her head right
Yeah.
now." You know what I mean? And I'm
Yeah.
like, Heather, you have to think about, and of course, it's my sister, so I don't say it lightly, but it's like, you got to do that for
Get
us,
your shit
like it's
together.
not about
Yeah.
you. You need to gift us
Yeah.
this form of meditation because, but you have to think of a greater purpose of why you're doing it. Maybe
Right.
she isn't connected to it the way that we kind of need it, but I also think that like, how much did she criticize herself? How much was she
I
overthinking it? You know what I mean? And I'm
know.
like, girl, like you even said it.
Yes.
You're like, if Aaron and I thought about that, we would never even be able to do a podcast, you know? I
And how perfect was it? Like
yeah, I thought it
she
was
did
great.
such an awesome. I mean, I'm already ready to for the next one. Like we need to keep
But
this
see,
series up.
but
It
you and
was
I
so
like
awesome.
to focus on positive stuff. We like to like even if someone asks me for my feedback, I'm going to give them positive feedback. Like, hey, but you still
Yeah.
are in a learning phase. So like when you do this,
Right.
it's fine, but just work on it. The practice makes perfect type of a thing. But I'm not over here. I don't look at someone's pictures and point out all the negative things. I'm always like,
Right.
damn, that looks good. You know, like she's killing
Right.
the game right
Yeah.
now. I don't
Yep.
think about the negative things like that. I know there's
Yeah.
people out there that exist. I usually don't hang out with those type of people, but I know there's fault finders out there.
Yeah. I think the meditation though, once we couldn't go live on Instagram, Heather was like, "Okay, I feel a little bit better. All right, I'm ready
I
to record." Did
know
you
she does
like it?
not like to
It
put
was
herself out there.
so-
Isn't
and
that
she
funny? I'm like,
and I
oh my
mean,
God.
she was all hair done. It
Oh,
was
like don't do
and
a
we're
close
all,
up on my face. I'm like, Heather, you look better than all of us. Who cares?
I know it's
Jesus. You're lucky I didn't even
I
put
was all
eyebrows on that day.
for real.
You know?
I was like looking at the video and I was like, oh, does my body look like the penguin from Batman? Like, all right, perfect. Well, we're still posting it. Like, we're posting it,
Yeah,
whatever.
that's
Okay.
see, that's
So it
and
was
Autumn
like,
goes,
it's all
Mom,
whatever.
I can't believe you posted those pictures of you looking like that. I'm
It's
like, you think I care?
oh,
Do you
it's
think
going
people
up.
that don't know me in my real life don't know that's what I
Yeah.
look like?
It's going up and it's going to be trending. Okay. Thank you.
Literally, it's gonna go viral. Thank you
So
very much.
let's see, number 3 on here was all or nothing thinking. Okay. Why do perfectionists feel it's pointless to start unless they can do it perfectly? There's another one. How does this mindset stop small, meaningful progress? I
Mm-hmm.
I can think of that for my previous like weight loss goals and stuff
Mm-hmm.
prior to speaking to Shannon and Weight Watchers, where it's a slow and steady, um, slow and steady progress.
Mm-hmm.
What would good enough look like? That's the third one.
Well,
Um,
okay, so and this is
yeah,
a separate one
yeah.
that we will talk about later, but I remember in the book that I was reading that made me think about this was um he asked a group of people if you could attempt something and know you wouldn't fail at it, what would you attempt? And it's the same thing. Like if you go into it just knowing like, hey, I'm going to start slow. I'm
Hmm.
going to go into, I'm going to start it. I'm just like what we're doing with the podcast. Like, hey, we're not going to be famous. We're not going to be famous right off the bat or
Right,
anything.
right.
I don't even care about the fame. I just want to give people something, a positive thing to listen to and hopefully inspire some women out of it. Okay. But if you don't start and take steps in some kind of direction for it, you're never going to really push for it, but you will get better as time goes on. Like how much better are we?
Hmm.
We're just turning on our stuff and getting off and editing. We're now in a rhythm of like, we know how to do this now, but to me, if, what did you say? Sorry. What was the thing again?
Okay, so it was how does this mindset stop small, meaningful progress? That's one bullet point.
Right.
Also, why do perfectionists feel it's pointless to start unless they can do
Correct.
it perfectly?
Okay, that's what I was going to say. You're also, when you're looking at other podcasters or whatever it is, whatever your goal is, okay, whatever, you're typically looking at someone that's like done it for a very long time. So you're
Hmm.
constantly comparing your beginner start to their perfection start. You know what I mean? Or where they're at in their
Yeah.
career. So it's like you can't only compare yourself to those people. You have to remind yourself, give yourself gentle reminders. Hey, they started somewhere too. They usually start at in your dining room. You know what I mean? Where it's like, and then they get the office, and then they get the building, and then they get the network, whatever it is. But like, you have to know that they started somewhere too, and they had to overcome the exact same fears that you have. You know what I mean? Because
Mm-hmm.
like, anybody that started anything, anybody that is successful had to mute these voices that are in your head. But it's usually like a trauma based kind of like fear of change, like, what if I
Right.
don't know how to handle it? What if it does blow up? How am I going to handle it? What if my life changes because of this that I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to start? How am I going to handle it? I have these dreams, I talk about these, like I write down
Yeah.
all my goals in these dreams. I would love to own a beauty school at some point. And I always tell myself, if I ever, was gifted, $500,000, I would go buy it, or if I was ever won the lotto, I'm going to go start a beauty school. And when I'm doing the work on it, I still do the work every single day on it. But when I'm doing the work, my biggest fear is, how is this going to affect my personal life? How is this going to affect my kids? How is this going to affect,
Mm-hmm.
because once you start something and you invest in it, I mean, you're going to have to go full throttle for a while until it really becomes successful. I try to put my money into something that I know I'm going to get the money back quickly, so I don't have to struggle for it. But um, yeah, when you're starting stuff, you got to hustle unlike you've ever hustled before in your life. You got to chase
Yep.
that. You got to chase the success, but you have to know the greater purpose though of what you're doing, so you can take those
Right.
small steps towards it.
Let's touch just slightly on what's the cost of not starting if you choose that stall path.
You'll never know.
What opportunity Yeah, it's like what
It'll eat you
opportunities are
up
lost while
forever.
waiting? How does inaction affect confidence and motivation? And is
Mm-hmm.
avoiding failure actually guaranteeing regret? Oh, regret, 100%.
Regret.
Looking back and said, wow, what is that one quote? It's like, either you do it or you don't, the time will pass anyways, or something like that. I
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
love that quote because you can look back and be like, oh, shoot, if I would have started or if I would have just did it, look at how
Well,
far
and
I would
then
have already
that
been.
goes right
I would
into
have
that
came.
shame cycle. It's
Yeah.
so funny. All the topics that we talk about end up with the same thing. Like, if you don't take care of your nutrition, you're going to feel shame. If you don't
Right.
exercise every day, you're going to feel shame and guilt. If you don't
Yeah.
start a project, you're going to feel shame and guilt. How often does our brain go back to shame and guilt? I'm like, my God, the
I
pressure
know.
we put on ourselves is insane. It's insane. Unnecessary,
Yeah.
guys.
Right. Um, but yeah, I mean,
But you don't need
let's
to be
see.
the final product yet. Like, I that's why I'm
Exact.
like, I
Yep.
feel like that's just so impossible to do in the beginning. I already know that. I'm like, okay, I'm looking at people that have been doing this for 20
Right.
years. Like, you and I go to the podcast thing that we went to. I'm like, this is so cool to see how far you can get with it. But I'm also like, the fact that I'm not there yet is not even in my mind. I'm like, we're just beginners here, guys. Like, we don't know what we're doing. But I'm also like, um, but I love what
But
we
I'm
do,
sure
so
they're
why not
not
try
even
it?
at
But
the end yet. People, no, yeah, it's continuously growing. You shouldn't ever be like,
yes.
I'm done, I'm at the end. It's a continuation. You're constantly evolving, changing, which I hope everybody does change and grow and yeah. So
Well,
I
I
agree,
took a
Erin.
marketing class in my hair stuff or whatever, right? And
Hmm.
Kenzie, shout out to Kenzie, one of the best teachers I've ever had. She's life-changing. But um in doing it, she made us do a 30-day posting challenge, right? You had to post every single day, make an actual post, not stories, a post, 30 days in a row. You can't skip. Okay, first of all, get your algorithm in there. So you're like, the internet is like, oh, they're real. They're not just bots. Okay,
Hmm.
so if you post every day, you get to a point when you're posting. At first, it's scary. You're like, oh my God, everybody's going to judge me. They're going to see me. Oh my God, this is embarrassing. What do I have to look like? All the stuff. And then by day 30, I mean, while you're in it, like I would say even day 10, you're just like coming up with things to post. You're like, holy crap, what can I post today? Now it's about the like, I need to get this out there versus, oh my God, everybody's looking at me. Once you
Yeah.
start it, and then by day 30, you're like, oh, I can make a post in 2 seconds. Like, how quickly can I throw together a post, right?
Yeah.
But I've been
Yes.
doing it for a while. So I'm like, oh, I could come up with a reel in 5 seconds, you know? But if
Yeah.
I never went through that 30-day challenge, I don't know if I would
Mhm.
actually know how to do that quickly or on
Yeah.
the fly or, you know what I mean?
Totally.
It's
And
just,
when we started, you're like, okay, we're gonna have assigned days, Instagram. And I was just like, oh my gosh, looking back, if I start from the beginning of our history, how basic, and then I'm like, oh, I can add a picture here. Okay, now I'm putting the text here.
yes.
And just seeing how that's also grown and
And
evolved.
it's fun and
And when I first
creative.
posted, you're like, you're all, hey, put a caption or add this, then do the tag. So it's like, all right, adding that on, and then just, don't forget to tag people, put where you're at, add some hashtags. Awesome. And now it's like I can totally put it together, bam, 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 pick a song,
Yes.
and then it's up
And
there.
it's not
And I
stressful. And you're not
agree
like,
with, yeah, it's
you're no
not.
longer worried about the content you're putting out there. You know, at
Right.
first you're
It's
like,
not
what are people going to
stressful to
think?
post, Erin. Yeah,
Yes.
but it is stressful when it gets towards the end of the day and I'm like, oh my gosh, I haven't posted. I need a post. Like it does start in my mind if I don't post it earlier. I'm kind of thinking like, oh, I got to get that post. We got to post every day.
Mm-hmm.
That's in my mind, like something every day.
Every day.
That's so funny.
Isn't
Yeah.
that funny? Yeah.
Oh my
So I
gosh,
think
that's
it's just, you
yeah.
got to overcome that feeling of like everybody's casting judgment. I'm like, listen, people are doing that to themselves. You know what I mean? Like, how many people are self-critical? Maybe they are projecting it by criticizing other people. I don't know. I don't have that
Mhm.
mindset. I really don't
Mhm.
care. But I was actually just talking about this last night with my assistant because she really wants to start building on her own. And I'm like, okay, I'm like, you got to start posting, dude. Because I was like, do you have any friends in the area? And she's like, no, not really. She's like, I got to just start posting, but I don't have any hair content. And I'm like, listen, people want to see you. They don't, I mean, yes, they want to know you're a hairstylist, but they also want to see you. They want to know what you're doing.
Mhm.
They want to see what your day in the life. When clients are finding you online, they want to know if they want to invest their time with you, you know? So it's like, you got to show them
Yeah.
what you're about. If you read smutty books, show your smutty books. If you like to walk dogs,
Mhm.
walk your dog, you know? Like, people want
Right.
to know, like, oh, the conversation is going to be safe because I know we could talk about that, whatever it is. I'm like, I tend to get a lot of sports moms because I post that I'm at a soccer game or games all the time, you
Yeah.
know, like that's my ideal client,
Yep.
you know. Um anyways, but I was just like, it's not always just about hair, you know, like you got to show you, you got to put, but I could literally feel her like sinking in when I told her that.
Yeah.
I can feel her
Right.
fear of like getting started.
Yeah, I get
So,
it. Yeah, it is. I mean, it's very because you are bringing people into who you are. At first it's kind of
mhm.
like, "Oh my gosh, I am going to show everybody who I am." And then after it's like, "Oh yes, I'm showing everybody who I am." Like perfect, and they're going to love it.
And you know
Yeah,
what's
it's
funny
just
is she
switching that
said,
mindset.
I'm just hearing people saying like, "Oh, that's what you know," like she's
Oh,
already hearing criticism in her head.
yeah.
And I'm like, "Girl, like that's going
I
way too far.
know.
Like you're not just post. It's just that
We're
simple.
going to
Just
have
get
to
it
have
out
her on
there."
the pod. Yeah, we're going to have to talk to her.
I know, I feel bad. I'm just
Um
like, "Oh, we're going to have to do a lot, not even nothing hair related. We're going to
uh,
do so much coaching
yeah.
on this because I'm like,
Yes. Yeah.
you're like so far on the up, like criticism, everything, you know."
Yeah.
I know.
Oh.
I was like, damn.
Well, let's switch that mindset for her. Let's help her out.
Literally, I'm like, have you heard the podcast
So
yet?
so friends out there, our listeners, I mean, how does choosing to stall instead of taking action, I mean, affected anything in your life? Or do you notice, as we're discussing this and you're listening, anything that you're currently stalling on? And how can we help you? Let's push through it. We're
Start the
here.
project, my friends. Do it.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
start it.
Um, any ending comments, Aaron, on the topic or for today?
Nothing. I mean, it's a fun topic to talk about. I would love to talk
It
about it again
is.
because I deal
Oh
with a
yeah,
lot of
totally.
beginners in my career. I'm sure you see it in your career.
Yeah.
And I really take that, like, that is why I want to start a beauty school, is because I really want to if I can have 10 months with these girls, like that's what I'm trying to do with my
Mm-hmm.
assistant. But like, if I have 10 months with you, I want to build your confidence so much that you're ready to
Yep.
start, you know, because I'm like, I need
Yeah.
time with you to develop it, you know, but
Yeah.
you know.
It's all beauty school slash motivational speeches and
That's,
content.
I mean, honestly, that's what
I
it
love
is.
it.
To be
Yeah.
successful, you have
Yeah.
to have that type of hearing. You know, you have to
Well,
listen to
Aaron,
it.
when we talked about the state board exam, how it was for us a freaking live model, we're taking it, and now it's like, oh, do you want your license? I mean, I'm
Yeah.
being dramatic, but like, do you want it perfect? Here you go. Like, I mean, I think we've just been put in uncomfortable situations,
Oh
so
yeah.
we know how to respond and act in them.
Well, and not only that, like you're so stressed out about getting the certificate, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, now you can go do people's hair, and then it's like a whole nother fear of like
I
you're
know
trusting
because
me to go
that's
do that.
right. Because you're learning in school for the test.
Correct.
Like it's basic, like,
Mm-hmm.
and then when you're out in there in
The wheel
the
wheel.
real world, that's when you're really learning and absorbing all that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, awesome topic. I love it. Thank you so much,
So
Erin.
fun.
Bye.
Bye.